now what I want to do for now is I want to put the card that I'm going to gift a retired buddy of mine who was hurt while on the job, and he's doing really good, but he likes to game, and he doesn't have a nice graphics card, and he's building a new computer, and by golly, that's the thing he was missing. So bye-bye 780, good excuse to upgrade. So we'll keep that safe in there for now until we can put it back in a static bag and send it on its way. So my buddy Red, if you watch this, just know that was done with love, buddy. We're trying to take care of it. All right, so now we're going to move over here and get to the installation phase for the graphics card. So again, we're grounded, which is important. And they've got a rubber protector, which is wise here on the card. Give you a good view of all the different angles here. You can see the 2 8-pin and 6-pin requirements there. You've got covers for all the adapters there. So we will gently put this into place here. And it should line up nicely. Alright, so I'm going to rock it gently into place here. Make sure it latches. Make sure it's locked. It is. Don't want to put too much pressure on your motherboard. And again, it took up the same slot space here as our previous card. I'm actually just going to put in the same screws to latch it down into place. Really wish I had my magnetic adapter for this. Make it so easy. DeWalt makes a nice little attachment for that. Alright. So I don't know, we're probably cracking something or melting something or shocking something with some static electricity, who knows. But we're having fun, folks. That's what matters. What good is surgery if your surgeon can't have a little fun? I know all of you all would line right up if I was your surgeon. You'd line right up for that surgery. Hey, at least I'm sober. Alright. So, as you all know, we try to keep it clean on this channel for the little ones. So if you got any little inventors out there, make sure you watch a couple other videos, little inventors, because again, this is not necessarily the textbook way to dance. Alright, so forgot about the little film coverage here. I may have to take this back out to make sure I get it all off. See, we're already messing things up, but we're having fun. Definitely don't want this plastic on there like that. So, hey, you know what? We get a little more practice here at taking things apart. So hopefully you're enjoying this. Again, we're not going to edit this, folks. Editing is boring. We're going to have a little fun with it. So as we take the screws out here, we are going to remove the card. You get another shot at seeing how to remove the card. Now there is a safety latch here. Just depressing it, lifting the card up. Alright, Munchie, you can get a picture of this adhesive protective coating. You want to get all of that off there. You want to be very careful, folks. This stuff is sticky, and you don't want to drop a bunch of sticky stuff down in your box. So you want to kind of hold it away from the box, so if it falls, it'll just fall on the floor. And of course, the card looks even prettier now. So now we will go to stick her back in. And this is a really heavy card, so I would tell you to be very careful that you got a good grip on it before you go sticking it in anywhere. Because if this thing were to slip out of your hand and drop, what most folks don't tell you when they're showing you these videos is that could do a lot of damage, not just to the card, but to stuff below it on the motherboard. So I would just advise you, especially you little folks that are creatively putting stuff together, you got those tiny hands, just make sure you got a good grip on it. Because as you're trying to ease it into place, it can be a little tricky to line it up right. So you lighten up your grip and move your hands around. Next thing you know, plunk, you drop it. And you'll appreciate how heavy this card is if you ever put your hands on one. All that copper in there. Whew. So for delicate jobs, it's heavy. Now for just as far as picking it up, for example, it's not that heavy. But all right, so we got that in there. Now we're going to run some power to it. So we've got a 6-pin connector here. We've got a 2-pin. We need some 8 pins. All right, so we're going to pause the video here. We're going to take a quick break and we'll come back with the next one. Okay, so with these 8-pin adapters, what you've got to do is you've got to plug in the 6-pin adapters from your hardware. So I've got 2 here that I'm going to plug in from my power supply. Now you want to make sure your power supply is heavy duty enough for this too, which I happen to know mine is. It's an 875 power supply, I believe. And then you can see by hooking up these two to the adapter, I've now turned this into an 8-pin, so that's useful. And we're going to put the pin adapter in. And you want to be careful not to press too hard on your card, but it should snap into place. And then I've got another 8-pin adapter. Now your power supply may already have some 8 pins on it. I thought mine did, but I guess not. So, fortunately I got to use an adapter. But thank you, Nvidia, for thinking to send these for those of us that are otherwise not set up for such. And then we're going to plug in this other one here, and I'm going to redo this cable management here in a little bit because I can already tell you it's bugging me. But just for the sake of showing you where stuff gets plugged in, there you can see. And I've got to figure out a way to get another 6-pin in there from somewhere. So I'll hunt one of those down. So basically, you want to make sure you got all the power hooked up. Make sure it's screwed in tight. If you're doing a water cooling version of this, you'll want to probably check out another video on YouTube that includes a water cooling version. In the meantime, we'll come back at you next with the H80 VI, as you can see there, to cooling system, and we're going to put it in, and we'll bring another video to you on that. For now, we'll see you later, and thanks. Alright, so just to finish up on our other video, we did find some other leads here, as you can see. Get that out of the way. Some other leads here, as you can see, for the power. I'm not crazy about the power management, and it might be hard to see, but there's a nice big trough here that falls in underneath the wires. You'll notice that this cover that comes down back here in the back, it's a little sensitive to the size of the card right here. So you got to press a little firmly and kind of push it back and let it scrape along the bottom of the card. Real tight fit right in there. Real tight fit to get the dust cover back on, but it helps channel the air better too. Alright, so the graphics card is installed and it's a success. So tomorrow we'll do another video and then upload them all on installing the H80 VI2, the Corsair H80i V2 cooling system, which should make a huge improvement both with the graphics card and so forth. Oh, and one other thing, the leads for the power that we ran, we found some back here that were underneath this Alienware spinal looking dust cover for the cords. So it's for cord organization. It works really well. I don't know if you can see down in there or not. Let's see if I can get a flashlight in there for you. But it looks like almost looks like a spinal cord shape there, and that's what allows for good cable organization. So let me see if I can get it back there to you so you can see it. All right, so again, we found a couple of the power cable connectors for the adapters there. So if you have my power supply, you'll need to use both a 6-pin and 2 8-pin power connectors. And again, we'll see you tomorrow for the cooling system, and then we'll get it all up and running and let you know how it goes. Just remember, before you install a graphics card, make sure you remove the drivers for the old one first. It tends to work a lot better. Thanks for watching.